What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Basically just wanted to make a video on Cold War. To be honest, the game's actually pretty solid. For the week I really played it and wanted to play it. The camos are pretty easy, which surprised me. I mean, you can get a gold camo in like a day if you really grind. Really the only thing making me not want to play the game anymore is just the skill-based matchmaking, man. It's like you have to sweat your ass off every game just to do well, get a 1 KD, 1.5 KD even. And that's just not how it's ever been in Call of Duty before, in my experience at least. So what the skill-based matchmaking system really is after every game you play, they're going to calculate the score per minute you had, the eliminations, objectives, whatever it's going to be. And eventually they're going to calculate that into something, I assume, that matches you up against two similar players of your level, so you're not facing lower tier players or higher tier players. And it sounds pretty good at first, actually, but keep in mind, when you're playing players that are at your level, you're going to have to be sweating every game no matter how good you are. Even if you started off as a below average player in this game and you worked your way up to being above average, you're still going to be sweating your ass off in every match, because you're playing against the same competition level that you're going to be at either way. And it's not like there's any reward for getting better either. There's no system like, let's say, Overwatch, where you're in different divisions like silver, gold, grandmaster, whatever it may be. I don't really know Overwatch that well, but yeah, there's no divisions or rewards really for getting into a higher tier. So what's the point? I find it getting really just stupid whenever I have a couple good games of, say, like 1,000 score per minute. Maybe you got a chopper gunner one game or something like that. That actually happened to me the other night. Really what happens is you just get in a higher tier lobby and it just gets harder and harder to maintain even a 1 KD, I would say. The simple solution besides skill-based matchmaking is a ranked playlist where people can sweat when they want to, and then a public playlist where people can just relax and play like they have in past Call of Duties. I know there's been many pros that have been pushing for this, as well as YouTubers and pretty much everyone else who plays Call of Duty right now. And if you haven't actually played Cold War, you're probably thinking I'm just whining because everyone's better than me, which just isn't the case. Skill-based matchmaking is definitely not good for everyone, but just in my specific case, I like to snipe. And, I quick scope, I go for clips, I go for triples, quad feeds, whatever it may be. And obviously it's been harder in this game because of slow ADS, but I've had a couple clips, I would say. I usually have a secondary MP5, and whenever I have a few games, whenever I want to focus on my MP5 or just use it more, I'm naturally going to have a higher score per minute. And then after those few games, when I go back to my sniper, it's quite literally unplayable and unenjoyable until a few games later, where my score drops again and I can actually get back in those lobbies where I can kill people with my sniper because they aren't actually sweating their ass off. So that's just one example of just switching between a sniper and a regular gun that really affects the skill-based matchmaking. Honestly, the only real argument you can make for skill-based matchmaking is that it helps bad players do better, which isn't necessarily that true. It is to a certain point, but basically everyone in this game is playing against people that are at their level. And in the past in Call of Duty, if you were a bad player or under average player, sure, you're going to be at a disadvantage, but you always have a chance to get better. And when you get better, you're eventually going to be able to just shit on people once you're good enough. That's how it's always been in Call of Duty. You get better, you get to shit on people and get kill streaks. That's how it's always been. But in this Call of Duty with skill-based matchmaking, if you're a bad player and you get better, let's say above average finally, after 3 months of playing or whatever it may be, you're going to be having just as hard as a time as you were down in the below average player skill-based group. Or maybe even a worse time because these players are pretty good actually. So yeah, I really don't know who thought of putting the system in COD. One group of players likes to pub stomp and one group likes to relax. That's how it goes in COD. And then obviously you have those pros that want to go into the ranked playlist and, be sweating their asses off. That's just how it is. So I don't know why they're implementing this system that isn't what anyone wants or what those groups of players need. The players that want to relax are now having to sweat their asses off, which is not what they want to do. Players that want to pub stomp can't really do that anymore because it's hard as hell to go on kill streaks when you keep getting into higher tiered lobbies with this skill-based matchmaking system. And I guess you could say maybe the pros or people that want to go pro are getting better or whatever, or are content, but that's really not the case either, because guess what, not everyone wants to sweat all the time. You look at pros, they still want to go into public lobbies, relax sometimes, and pub stomp. I mean, no one wants to go hard all of the time. So yeah, when you break it down like that into player groups, what different players want to do, this system is just not made for Call of Duty at all. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video.